Bowling Green now, observed tornado just to the west and southwest of you as this latest tornado warning includes Butler, Edmonson, and Warren counties, including the city of Bowling Green, Greencastle, and Sugar Grove. Observed tornado, potentially a large and destructive tornado here now, moving on off toward the north and east. As you can see, it looks like there's a rotation here, and there may be another rotation here just to the northwest of that other one, but dangerous thunderstorm nonetheless, producing a tornado. Reports of damage coming in as this storm moves off to the northeast at 55 miles per hour. So I'd say if you are in any of these areas right now, get into your safe place, as this cell has had a history of producing a tornado, and most likely we have two areas of rotation that we're dealing with, one just to the west and to the southwest of Auburn, and one further north of that. So both of these storms heading off to the northeast at about 55 miles per hour. So at this point, we don't have much time to react. If you're in Sugar Grove, Greencastle, Bowling Green, anybody in between or in and around these areas, please get to your safe place now. This cell in this tornado has had a history of producing damage. It looks like we've got two areas of debris right now. The tornado debris signatures northwest of Auburn, and this other one here now coming in and showing up, producing what's likely to be maybe two separate rotations. It's very difficult to tell if this is all from one big tornado, but it doesn't look like it is. These look like we've got two separate areas here where we're kicking up debris, and that's what we're showing on kind of this shot of the radar. So dangerous tornadoes heading on off toward the north and northeast. Right now, looks like the best areas that are going to be impacted here are to the southwest of Sugar Grove, heading on up toward the Sugar Grove area here shortly. And with this lead cell, it does look like some other areas that may be impacted are up near the Greencastle area and also Buffalo Fork and Barren River. If you are in these areas, please take shelter now and get into your safe place. And with this rotation to the south of that, right now, it does look like these areas that may be impacted include the blue level area within the next 10 to 15 minutes. Now, understand that it means that we've got potentially tornadoes on the ground, maybe two tornadoes here. As looking at the rotation and the debris signatures, it does look like there are two separate areas of rotation with this area of thunderstorms that continues to push on through. So again, in Logan and Simpson counties, this cell is moving out of that area and then into the Bowling Green area for Butler, Edmonson, and Warren counties. This is what looks to be maybe two rotations or two areas of rotation, and observed tornadoes continue to move on in toward the Bowling Green area. Please take cover now. Very dangerous situation continuing to set up here in and around the Bowling Green and South Central Kentucky area. Further down toward the south now, we have had some weakening and less rotation in these thunderstorms around Memphis, but still into Crittenden and DeSoto and Tunica counties, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning. East of Memphis, we've got another one for Fayette and into Hardeman and Shelby counties. Take cover in these areas, and even around the Jackson area, Crockett, Haywood, and Madison counties. These are severe thunderstorm warnings, I would say, for now. But in this line, this entire line, we've had rotating cells, and we've had tornado warnings for these cells at times as we've gone on through the overnight. This tornado warning further north-northeast is southeast of Louisville for Bullitt and Shelby counties. That includes the cities of Harrisonville and Shelbyville and Taylorsville. Right now, not seeing a lot of rotation on this, but if we throw the velocity on there, you can see kind of not getting much here, as kind of radar's not really picking up any rotation, but still dangerous thunderstorm nonetheless. As we take a larger view out, we can see that the area of thunderstorms extends all the way up to the north, getting ready to go into Detroit and back down and east into the Texarkana area just east of that. So this line of storms will continue to roll east as we head on through the overnight. So Nashville, you may be under the gun as you get near Oxford here in northern Mississippi. Cincinnati looks like a heavy rain threat, but right now it does look like around Bowling Green, this is the area we do have the most concern about as the thunderstorms continue to produce observed tornadoes, strong tornadoes, destructive and deadly tornadoes as we head on through the early morning hours. We'll continue to keep you updated here at the Weather Channel as we head on through the early morning hours on this Saturday. We'll now send you back to your regularly scheduled programming. Well, I'm going to teach you how. Tornado warning continues for the city of Bowling Green. It looks like the cell is just about upon you, or maybe even passing through right now, as the worst of your weather continuing to occur. Butler, Edmonson, Warren counties. This is for an observed tornado, a tornado warning. So Bowling Green, you are in that Greencastle and Sugar Grove until 1:45. Back to the west, it looks like near Russellville, the threat is lessening just a bit, but right on Bowling Green as we speak, it looks like we are seeing now the worst of the weather maybe just passing through Some other areas here that may be affected as we head through the next few minutes could include Plum Springs at Rocky Hill, also Park City, Cave City, and Horse Cave in the next 35 minutes. So please take cover now if you are in these areas. Get to the lowest level of your home. Most ideal a basement, but if there's an interior room, get yourself away from the outside as best you can, as a very dangerous thunderstorm right now, producing a tornado, at least observed tornado, with the last reports coming on in here from what we're seeing from the National Weather Service. Now, we're looking at our rotation here, and it looks like there may be rotation not only just to the southwest of Bowling Green, maybe a little bit further east now, but also to the south of Sugar Grove. This may be two areas where we do have at least the potential of seeing tornadoes. But as we had said, it has been weakening just a bit, and I want to show you this correlation coefficient map here, and going to slow it down and going to show you what's going on. You can see from what we've had just a few minutes ago, last time we were on, kind of these two areas of debris fields, one down to the northwest of Auburn and one further north. Now, over the last few minutes, what has happened is that it looks like that debris signature has gone away, but another one has just shown up in a significant signature here. Tornado debris signature continuing to head right toward Bowling Green. So right now, pretty confident that that may be where there is a tornado occurring right now, getting ready to head on right on off toward the city of Bowling Green. If not, it may already be there. So very dangerous cell. Once again, continue to push on off toward the north and northeast here, and it does look like we've got what looks to be a debris signature showing up from Doppler radar right there, and just recently over the past couple of minutes. And that is the area where we may be seeing right now potentially that tornado heading toward Bowling Green. Please take cover now. Very dangerous storm, potential of producing destruction and in some cases some pretty significant damage, which has already happened, as the governor in Kentucky, for numerous counties to the west and southwest of where these cells are now, has issued a state of emergency. National Guard has been activated, and we do have what's going to be a pretty ugly morning coming up when we get a chance to assess the damage further on off toward the west and southwest of where our storms are now. A little further north now, east of Louisville, Shelby and Spencer counties in Harrisonville. This is another tornado warning. Once again, this is radar indicated. You can see here we do have a little bit of rotation showing up, but right now our radar's not doing a good job showing us the picture here of what's going on, but still a very dangerous thunderstorm nonetheless. Back toward the southwest, I'll say luckily these storms are now severe and not seeing much rotation within them, but all along this line at any point from Jackson to east of Memphis and southeast of that, these storms will have the potential to rotate, and be surprised if we see a couple of more spot warnings show up here in on this line. Nashville, you're probably wondering about what's going to happen. Well, over the next few hours, we think this line of storms is going to continue to try to work on in, but for now, these storms are not to severe limits, but they may be changing and they may be getting to severe limits and potentially tornadic as we head toward the early morning hours. We'll continue to keep you updated through the early morning. We'll now send you back to your regularly scheduled program. Down of a tornado in the Bowling Green area with power flashes being reported now. Extremely dangerous and destructive tornado observed now moving through Barron, Edmondson, and Hart counties. So if you are in Centerville, or Center, Hardyville, and Rocky Hill, please take cover now. I think the most significant thing to show here, because we only got a few seconds, is this signature, which we call correlation coefficient. And if we stop it right there and we advance this as it went through Bowling Green, it was kicking up debris, and now as it moves on off toward the north and east, you can see here this debris field expanding. So this could be a tornado right now that's actually picked up debris and it's getting larger and heads just north of Oakland. So extremely dangerous tornado continuing to roll north and northeast out of Bowling Green real quickly. The latest of what's been a very dangerous night continuing to unfold now east of Bowling Green. And I can't emphasize enough that this tornado is moving very rapidly off to the east, 55 plus miles per hour. So the radar may not be actual ground truth of where this cell is. It's probably a little further east than what we're showing right now. But Barron, Edmondson, and Hart counties right now for Center, Hardyville, Rocky Hill, and points east, northeast of that. Please take cover now. Get into your safe place and observe tornado. There are power flashes reported in the city of Bowling Green. That most likely means we had a touchdown or a tornado moving through the city of Bowling Green, and now reporting an observed tornado moving northeast at about 55 miles per hour. The best way to try to show this right now is by showing the correlation coefficient. This is a signature that shows us where we've got debris kicking up, and you can see What is out of place here? Well, look, as it goes southwest of Bowling Green, you can see that debris field. That is actually a tornado, or most likely where the tornado was, starting to pick up debris. Now, whether that is wood structures or trees or bushes or whatever it is, you can see as it moved just over the city of Bowling Green a few minutes ago at 1:20 Central Time, and then now moving on off toward the north and northeast. And notice how it has kind of expanded in terms of how much debris that this tornado has potentially picked up. So most likely to the north and the northwest of Rocky Hill, maybe even a little bit further north of that now, potentially a tornado which looks likely right now moving off toward into the south of the Brownsville area. So again, emphasizing a very dangerous and destructive tornado most likely in progress right now. Barron, Edmonson, and Hart counties, including Hardyville, Rocky Hill, and areas northeast of that. So gonna throw in here a couple of other areas that need to be taking cover right now. So we're going to give you a general idea of where this storm is headed. So Donnensburg, Somerville, Campbellsville, and also into the Lebanon area over the next hour or so. So if you are in and around these cities and towns, please get into your safe place right now. This storm has had a history of producing damage. We've had buildings damaged. We've also had trees, power lines down, and we do have a signature here that indicates we most likely have what's been an observed tornado on the ground, potentially a powerful and destructive tornado heading on off toward the north and northeast. So there's not much time to react. These storms are moving very quickly, and they will continue to do so as we head on through this evening. Further to the north and northeast now around Frankfort, we also have a tornado warning. This is radar indicated, so there could be rotation within this thunderstorm, and it looks like this storm's actually getting a little bit stronger right as it headed on over the city of Frankfort. So Peak Mills and Stamping Grounds once again until 3 o'clock. This is a tornado warning, radar indicated rotation right now within that thunderstorm. And this entire area out across, let's just say the east central U.S. from Cincinnati to Nashville down toward Memphis and even Shreveport under a tornado watch through the early morning hours. And some of these watches are going to be expanded. So Nashville, you still got your worst weather yet to come around Oxford, and then eventually south and east through the daytime hours. Most likely going to see a weakening line of storms. Right now, a significant threat for tornadoes continues here in a very few areas, but still the threat is there nonetheless. We'll continue to keep you updated as we head through the early morning hours. We're now going to send you back to your regularly scheduled programming.
So much.
Powerful line of thunderstorms and active tornado warnings just west of Nashville now. Now, these are radar indicated tornado warnings, meaning that we haven't had an actual tornado spotted, but a significant threat here for damaging winds, hail, and maybe even some tornadoes. So let's run through these warnings real quickly now. Benton and Decatur County, this is radar indicated tornado warning until 2:30 a.m. Just east of that, Dixon, Hickman, and Humphreys County, this tornado warning for only Tennessee City and Waverly, and just to the north of that on the line, Houston, Humphreys, and Stewart counties, including the cities of Carlisle, Erin, and Tennessee Ridge. This is also a tornado warning and a radar indicated tornado warning. So this line now is a few miles to the west of Nashville, and over the next couple of hours, we really don't anticipate it weakening much as these strong cells continue to push east, and even showing a little bit of bowing segments here. You see how they're kind of pushing out there. That's where we have some damaging straight line winds occurring rather than tornadoes. But at any time along this line here, you can see the strong winds. We may spin up a tornado, and this is why we've got these active tornado warnings currently in place. So a very dangerous line of storms now that has developed. We're going to track it out for you and just kind of put a tracker on this entire line. And over the next probably 30 to 40 minutes, affecting places like Parsons and Dickinson, Wrigley and Springfield, and then Nashville at about 3:51. So at its current pace, some of the severe weather at about 3:51 Central Time getting into the Nashville metropolitan area. Obviously, it'll be a little bit sooner, a little bit further toward the west. Going to jump further north now as you get up into central parts of Kentucky. Now, this now has become an observed tag once again.